Hey there, I'm Nicole. In this video, you'll learn how to launch your first Facebook ads campaign. From researching your audience to setting up your campaign, you'll learn the strategies that the experts use to create winning campaigns. This tutorial will teach you how to choose the right targeting method, prepare targeting lists, and create your first Facebook ads campaign. Before we start setting up your first campaign, we have to do a bit of research about your target audience. What does your audience like? Where do they usually spend their time? Next, we'll show you how to reach out to these people. This final part is crucial for your future success with Facebook ads. There are 3 crucial methods to target people on Facebook: interest-based audience, lookalike audience, and custom audience. This tutorial will focus solely on interest-based audiences. While lookalike and custom audiences require a lot of traffic and expertise, interest-based audiences are the most basic and most important place to start Facebook advertising. Interest-based targeting does exactly what you would expect. Finds and targets an audience based on the people, places, subjects, and things that they admire. The first step to interest-based targeting is to understand your audience. Step 1. Research your audience. These 7 questions will help you do just that. Who are the authority figures, thought leaders, or big brands in your niche? What books, magazines, newspaper does your ideal customer read? What event do they attend? What websites do they frequent? Where do they live? What tools do they use? What's completely unique about this group? Check out Molly Pittman from digitalmarketer.com for more information on these 7 questions. While the answers to these questions aren't necessarily complex, the research to arrive at these answers can take a lot of time. For this task, you can use Google Search, Amazon Search, and Facebook Audience Insights. Don't forget about websites such as Quora.com. You can easily get answers there from people who are really interested in a given niche. For example, I will use only Google Search to show you how to make all the lists you need. Let's say we're selling fishing equipment. Don't forget that Facebook doesn't allow you to target any page you want, so you need to make numerous lists of the same topic because many of those interests would be crossed out. The list of interests will look like the following. Who are the authority figures, thought leaders, or big brands in your niche? In this case, it is very easy to find a list of the best fishermen all over the world. Just type in fisherman ranking and you'll find all the results that you need. This is the list that I've made. Ray Scott, angler, Jacob Wheeler, Mark Rose, Greg Hackney, Andy Morgan, Ott Defoe, Jordan Lee, Randall Tharp, Kevin Van Dam, and Jimmy Houston. Which books, magazines, newspapers does your ideal customer read? In the following example, you can see a list of magazines about fishing. There are more magazines about fishing that will end up on your target list. Just be thoughtful and selective. Also, try using Amazon.com to find books about fishing. Most of the books won't appear in the detailed targeting box, but you can also try targeting authors of very popular books. This is the list that I've made. Field and Stream, Outdoor Life, Bassmaster, Florida Sportsman, Sport Fishing, Saltwater Sportsman, In Fisherman, Marlin, Fly Fisherman, and Florida Sport Fishing. What events does my target audience attend? This is very important because only a real fishing enthusiast will go to these fishing tournaments and will follow all the news about the subject. This is the list that I've made. Pompano Beach Fishing Rodeo, Opening Day of Trout Season, Big Rock Blue Marlin Tournament, Yamaha Contender Miami Billfish Tournament, Big Bass Tour, Lake Havasu City Striper Derby, Pompano Beach Fishing Rodeo, and Lake Champlain International Fishing Derby. Which websites does this target audience frequent? A quick Google search will provide the top websites for your audience. However, keep in mind that this is only a list of websites of fishing associations or fishing resorts. People also read blogs about fishing. Those bloggers have really specific audiences which are really interested in specific fishing related topics. This is the list that I made. BassProShops.com, MidwestTackleShop.com, TackleExpress.com, TheEssentialFly.com, AvidCarp.com, TackleDirect.com, MidCurrent, BD Outdoors, World Fishing Network, Wire to Fish. Next, you'll want to look at where does this audience live? The geographical location of your potential customers usually depends on a market you want to sell in. It's rare to feature a product that can only be used in a specific location. What tools do they use? In terms of our fishing example, let's think about all the equipment that's needed to start up in this sport. So it could be brands and online stores that sell fishing rods, reels, bats, and more. This is the list I made. G. Loomis Rods, St. Croix Rods, Lamiglas, Fenwick, Shimano Fishing, Dewa, Eagle Claw, Rapala, Penn Fishing, Berkeley Fishing. Next, you'll want to know what's completely unique about this group. Often, people new to Facebook ads forget to ask this question. Basically, that question helps you discover any unique or unexpected traits about your audience. This question is not as straightforward as others and will require a bit more creative research. After you've done a bit of research about your audience and created your targeting list, you can log into your Facebook account and start creating your first advertising campaign. Step 2. Set up your first campaign. When creating your ad, you have 3 options to choose from: Boost Your Post, Ads Manager, and Power Editor. Boost Your Post is the easiest way to create an ad, but it has the fewest options in terms of targeting, so you should probably avoid it. Power Editor is the most advanced way to create an ad, but the method is often too complex for first-time advertisers. In this tutorial, we'll use Ads Manager to create our first ad. Choose your ad's objective. First off, you have to choose an objective of your campaign. I suggest you choose the most relevant objective from the list. If you want to get some traffic to your store, use Traffic Objective. This way you get the cheapest clicks to your website. If you want conversions, you have to choose Conversions Objective. Just keep in mind that your Facebook pixel should be installed for this objective. Pro tip, you need to get 20 to 25 conversions to any given conversion event. Otherwise, Facebook won't be able to optimize your ads correctly. Facebook does a lot of automatic optimization, so you have to clearly define your campaign's objective. Let's select a Conversions Objective. In this step, all you have to do is name your campaign and then click Continue. Next, choose Conversion Event. The problem here, as I mentioned above, is that Facebook needs 20 to 25 conversions per day, no matter what conversion event you choose. So if you're choosing Purchase Event and you don't get 20 to 25 purchases per day, Facebook won't be able to fully optimize that campaign. That's why you need to boost your conversion event. I suggest that you first choose View Content as an event. After a while, take a look at how many Add to Cart events and purchases you get per day and edit your campaign accordingly. The next step is the most important step. This is the part where you get to define the audience, budget, and bidding. First of all, you have to choose which market you want to advertise. Also, you'll need to pick the age range and language. In the beginning, it's best to not be too specific about an age or a gender. You can refine your ad targeting by these demographics as you gain traffic and learn more about your audience. Never assume anything before starting your advertising campaign. Only choose settings based on research that you've performed earlier. An audience size of roughly 250,000 works well. The number is not too broad, but it's also not too narrow. It's important to have a big enough audience in order for Facebook to correctly optimize the results. In general, cold traffic audiences should range from 100,000 to 500,000 people. Eventually, you'll want to test out a combination of interests in order to identify a more specific and niche audience. To do this, just click Narrow Audience under Detailed Targeting List and add more interest there. The main mistake people make is leaving automatic placements selected by default. This action enables Facebook to run ads on every single placement it can. However, the placements you need depend on the product you're selling. I usually advise that people avoid the audience network placement. Facebook is working on improving this placement, but since the feature is still in the development phase, you don't have any control over it aside from some basic exclusion features. Messenger placement is a very specialized feature which is only suitable for engagement or retargeting users. For this reason, it doesn't make sense to use it with your first Facebook ads campaign. The same goes for instant articles. You need to prepare specific content for this feature. The best way is to start with mobile and desktop newsfeed. If you eventually experience positive results from your campaign, you can scale the use of the feature through other placements. Let's look at budget and schedule. The next steps are to define how much you would like to spend on your ad and to define if you want your ad to run continuously or via schedule. Facebook advertising has become even more expensive. Gone are the days when a $10 ad budget would be enough to reach your goals. Nowadays, you need to invest more at the start of your Facebook ad campaigns in order to experiment with different audiences and to understand what kind of people are really interested in your product. You can also employ various bidding techniques. It works best to choose optimization for conversions, if your objective is conversions, and automatic bidding. Change your conversion window from 7 days to 28 days click or a 1-day view. This will allow Facebook to make the most out of your data. After a while, you can look at how your audience is converting and you can adjust the conversion window. Design your ad. There are 2 ways you can create an ad: from scratch or by duplicating a post you've already created and used. When creating a new ad, you can choose from 5 formats. In the very beginning, I suggest that you use a single image ad and simply create a few ads with different images for the same product. This way, you can get the best idea concerning what works and what doesn't work for your target audience. Also, this format lets you land people to the most preferable page on your store or product if you want to push harder. A carousel ad gives you an option to use 5 different images in one ad. This option is really handy when you want to show that you have a variety of products in your store or determine which product best suits your target audience. Facebook recommends that your images are 1200 by 628 pixels. Also, keep in mind the 20% text rule. You can read more about it on bit.ly/image rule. Upload images that you've taken yourself or choose a free stock photo. I also suggest that you try a free tool called Canva to create more eye-catching and original ads. You can register at canva.com. You can also always hire freelancers to find and edit images on upwork.com. Now, let's get to the fun part. You get to create all those catchy headlines and descriptions. Use your imagination and try to research what are the big brands in your niche doing with their Facebook ads. What kind of images do they use? What kind of text do they use? Also, feel free to experiment with call to action buttons. Keep in mind that usually in mobile newsfeed, the call to action button covers the description text. So if you have something important to say in the description, don't use the call to action button. In that case, you have to include the call to action in your ad text. Facebook ads are a really powerful way to target your audience. Mastering this strategy will take some time. Don't try to do everything at once. Concentrate on the easiest approaches and then go deeper into audience research, targeting, and ad design. So let's recap. Use Facebook ads to target audiences in 3 different ways: interest-based targeting, lookalike audiences, and custom audiences. Research your audience using Google to find answers to the 7 audience research questions. Don't forget about the other tools that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. Use Ads Manager or Power Editor only on Google Chrome to create campaigns. Understand the objectives of your campaign. Don't make any assumptions about your audience demographics before starting your first campaign. Give Facebook enough data to run your ads properly. Don't try to do everything manually. Insta has a ton of inside data. Use it. And lastly, be creative. Try out different banners and text. This way, you'll get the best results. Now it's your turn to build a dropshipping empire. Use these tools wisely and invest enough time to master them. If you have any questions, feel free to contact Oberlo Support. We're always willing to answer any of your dropshipping questions.